You.
Well, I reckon we better go in and talk to this guy. The broker, huh? See what he's fixing to make us do. Well, hello there.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place.
I didn't do it out of the goodness of my heart, if you get my drift.
Yes, I believe I do. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
You know why I'm here. Can we continue our conversation from the intercom now?
If you insist. As I was telling you before, I am the premier broker for all of Monarch. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
You said that in a way that was almost believable.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time.
Save your excuses for someone who cares.
Caring or not won't change the facts of the matter. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. Luckily, however, the Iconoclasts have now gone silent. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Maybe.
If you did, then you would have had my impressed gratitude. Still, we need to get MSI off the airwaves. I will leave the means to that particular end under your discretion.
So we kick them off.
Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which, of course, has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
Tell me more about the MSI and the Iconoclast, from your point of view, of course.
Graham and his Iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. Sanjar opposes it, as he's taking strides to corporatize Stellar Bay.
Can't we cut them off from inside the station?
No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Sanjar and MSI to stop transmitting on their end.
So we're in Stellar Bay.
My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from his office in MSI's headquarters in the center of town.
Oh, so it's not
Don't
any...
let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded business orders to off-world companies. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had a deal and he's broadcasting ceaselessly.
I'll talk some sense into him.
You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience.
Oh, by the way, Nyoka needs a favor.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
Okay. Here's the thing, Hiram. She's your friend, and she's in need. And you're the only one who can help.
Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes round one of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
So, about your info broker. What exactly is that?
Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts.
Ooh.
Ask me what you will.
Have you received any broadcasts from Earth?
What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price.
And what can you tell me about Phineas?
Not much, admittedly.
You must know something about him.
Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a Raptidon of another color.
I'm listening.
I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either.
Yeah. So the truth lies in between. I understand. Now,
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
are you a font? Comic Sans, perhaps? I'm curious about this MSI and the Iconoclast. This is something that I'm going to have to deal with.
They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know?
What about some dirt on Sanjar Nadine?
Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Indeed, the information I gather usually is, or it's not worth my time investment, as you can imagine.
What about Graham Bryant's deep, dark secrets? I know he has them.
Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
And the story between the two?
You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch.
Oh boy.
Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership.
And there was nothing in it for you, huh?
Even then, I plied my trade as an information broker, albeit in a smaller capacity. Of course, I demanded an exchange for the data. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time.
And why did that partnership fall apart?
Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
You seem to be. What about the board?
There are so many members. Do specify.
Got any compromising information on the chairman, perhaps?
If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status.
So the chairman demonizes Monarch rather than welcome it back into the fold.
Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me.
Okay.
Luckily for
Well,
you,
then
I am a veritable font of information.
I think that's enough. Thank you.
How low you seemingly regard my trade.
I'd like to secure some information.
I may have a secret for you, for the right exchange.
That's it.
How low you seemingly regard my trade.
I need to head out.
Be a doll and shoot any marauders you spot on the way down.
Will do.
I bet you'll like Rebecca. What's up?
Like Rebecca. Okay. Mind if I ask you something?
Sure.
What made you choose the hunter life?
I didn't. I was born into security detail. And when the corporations abandoned this place, I stayed.
You mean born into security detail?
I wasn't sent off to school like I should have been. I was born here, and my parents kept me. Raised under the Monarch sky.
Oh.
Been breathing sulfur since I knew how to smell it. This place is all I know. You want to know something? Just ask.
So you were around when the corporations left Monarch, right?
Yeah. At first, we all thought it was about damn time. I don't know if you've noticed, but Monarch ain't exactly easy on the spirit. Then it got uglier than a rat eating a sour grape.
From what I've seen of the corporations, I'm guessing it wasn't a clean exit.
In fairness, there wasn't a right answer. There wasn't a protocol for get the hell off this planet. Or if there was, nobody followed it. Everything that could have gone wrong did. Townships were promised evac shuttles that never came. Overland routes were attacked by marauders and wildlife. Supplies went missing, our equipment started corroding on account of the sulfur in the air. It was a fine mess.
Terra 2 isn't doing much better.
They don't go to sleep at night with a morbid understanding that a rapt might eat them while they sleep. Maybe their bosses don't have the right priorities. Maybe someone out there is a bit too focused on the bottom line, but at least they have food delivered to them.
It's not good enough. Halcyon should be thriving, but red tape holds them back.
Don't be naive, Captain. We'd still be on Earth if the corporations hadn't ponied up to the bits to get us out here. Progress requires structure. Nobody's gonna build a sewer pipe or a road if they don't got a boss telling them to. The bureaucracy's necessary.
Eventually, someone will take it upon themselves to provide for the community.
Sure. Then the next time they want to build a road, they'll charge tolls to recoup the costs. Then they'll hire someone to help them build another. Before you know it, they've got themselves a staff. Pay checks, seminars on the best road building standards and practices. It always happens eventually, Captain. May as well embrace it. Anders can be a creep, but he'll fit in fine. Don't worry.
You got all manners of hunting stories. You want to tell me one?
You ever name a place? Ever come to a spot in the world you think ought to be remembered?
I call this spot Knees Storied Vale.
Okay, that's cute. Insufferably so.
That's right.
I name things and places quite often. Rotting River, Golden Rock, the Horizon's Edge. Anytime I come to a spot I think is worth remembering, I name it.
Awfully sentimental of someone like you.
It's easy to get lost in the wilderness. I don't mean physically. All you need is a clear night sky to get your bearings. I mean, it's easy to forget that you belong. Spend a few weeks camping with the Raps and you start to forget what it's like to be human. When a beast growls at you, maybe you start to growl back. Those little spots, a rock here, a river there, I'd name them so that in those moments, I could remind myself not where I was, but who I was.
In your estimations, it seems we aren't too far separate from the animals.
Well, we eat, we drink, and holler and fuck. On some level, we all function the same. But they ain't got memories or attachments to places, to friends, to themselves. I found that every once in a while, my own attachments would start to slip. Then I'd take a drink from the rotting river, find my spirit refreshed. Anyway, enough sentimental yammering. Let's find a drink or a target.
All right, well,
It's the strangest thing. I still can't receive any incoming off-world communications.
don't get snippy with me.
Architect, have mercy. I should have known you were a shark. Phineas only works with the most ruthless and resourceful of captains. Wait, don't hurt me. That was an intended compliment, I swear. Here, take this if it will incentivize you to work faster.
How had
Sure. You know where to find me if you need me.
Give me 25 bits. Well, hello there, Sentry. Let's see what we got over here. Everything here is just like a ruckus. Thinking caplet. Nothing else in this godforsaken place. I'm eating your lunch, pal. I don't need that flamethrower. You can have it. Purple berry punch and crunch and more cartridges and energy cells. You guys, hey, you watch that cotton picking. No good. Alright. It's over here. Heavy ammo. Whoa. Look at that one. Pipe patch. Actually, you know what? Pipe patch. Ooh, I'm looking good. Oh, I gotta put my armor on though. Okay.
Great work.
Ooh. Revolver. Devil Peak Station. Select recorded transmission for listing all scheduled incoming outgoing broadcasts. To go live, please ask your producer to initiate broadcast. Do not begin broadcasting without the supervision of the senior producer. Thank you, Val. And now a message from our sponsors. Tired of itchy acid burns? Try Anticleo's Arsenio Borch scented Station's primary band. Off-world are unable to... Okay. SOS, April 3rd, 2345. Incoming transmissions, Amber Heights, Stellar Bay. Administrator notes, Amber Heights data is iconoclast in origin. Graham is behind it. Must speak with him. Stellar Bay broadcasts go to gibberish. Could potentially use the black bell. Sanjar has his signature all over it. Okay. Alright. Personal files. Memorandum titled Clear Blue Skies. Mood optimistic. Dare I say the future is looking bright. Indeed, I can run a full gamut of operations without ever leaving the sanctuary of the broadcast room. Sanjar and Graham are living up to their promises, not interfered with initial broadcast. The deal's holding an eye. I believe I can make a life here. H. Sneaky, sneaky. Had a near miss the other day. Nearly ended up with the board on my trail. We will mark that trial firmly in the failure category. One must experiment, however, to ascertain the best methods. I have found thus far that the most reliable method for evading detection within the limited frequency of Monarch's off-world transmission involves duplicating regular news broadcasts on several unused frequencies. My information gathering associates know to filter out the sounds in the vocal range, in turn isolating the embedded data. And the board's authorities are none the wiser. Playing hazard has never been so thrilling, nor high stakes. Memorandum title should have known, mood furious. Pox it all, those imbecilic children, hatred of each other. Sanjar and Graham have oversaturated my key bands. They'll take each other. They'll take down each other, all right, and me right alongside them. Should have never wanted them to play, but what to do about it now? What to do indeed? Well, Hiram is definitely the smarter of everybody here, so as much as I don't trust him, Hiram is definitely the smarter one of him. So, Hiram is definitely the smarter out of everybody around here, but I don't trust him. He's sneaky like a varmint. But I just confirmed that he was not fibbing. Hello, gentlemen. Sentinel. Celia.
As you were.
Sanjar.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but I'm up to the challenge. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Well, let's see. Found a data cartridge with details of UDL's secret experiments.
Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I've finally completed the Bolt 52 form. I dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
Not so fast. What are these reformations you're talking about?
I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
Sounds orderly. That's a good start.
Indeed, everything starts with good documentation.
The workings of the universe take time to prevail. But sometimes you can reach the intended destination faster if you apply a little force.
Never fear, I plan on wording our forms very strongly. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course.
All right. Here you
I
go.
knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
All right. Well,
Then it's
hold
good
on.
that I keep such meticulous notes.
You didn't tell me that Hiram found the loophole giving MSI control of Monarch.
Well, technically, he may have suggested it, but he certainly wasn't doing the paperwork himself.
And so you used to work with Graham. I not mentioned that earlier.
Ah, so you've heard about our prior acquaintance.
No sense being coy about it. We're partners now, aren't we?
I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career if he weren't so radical. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. And we both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely.
Why do you want back on the
Why
board?
wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, that'd go a long way toward rebuilding our homes.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They've treated you rough. Is it worth going back to that? And why doesn't anybody have independence here?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
You mean the data implicating UDL?
Indeed. I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. And I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
All right
What
there,
can I do
Sandra.
for you?
I gotta go.
What's up?
Oh, it's just something.
All right.
What about you,
I
Vic?
find myself marveling at the complex Something vexing you, Captain?
Think it over. Mm-hmm. Well, hold on. Let me see the revolver. Sorry. Yeah, I kind of am crazy. All right, let's see what we got here. Um. Nice hat. Okay. Silver tongue. Silver tongue. Vicar. Hmm. Four points available, huh? Hmm. Engineer. Mm-hmm. No, no, no. All right, so, well, I gotta do that, right? So now engineering and everything. So tongue determine maximum health. Okay. All right, so that's pretty good. Ooh, science. Well, I only got 1 point, so that sucks. All right, not bad, not bad. No perks available. I see. I see. All right, so all my flaws. Acrophobia. Yep. Paranoid. Plasma weakness. And herpetophobia. Mantipillars. Yeah, they're freaking nasty. They love me at the Groundbreaker. I'm friendly there. Oh, these guys are revering me. Okay. Sublight is agreeable with me. The board is neutral. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. The girl from Ipanema goes and she goes walking and doing, and she goes and she sits there and says, and then I look at her and she says, I'm lost. Clean up aisle 4, please. Girl from Ipanema goes walking and oh, well, at least they give Anderson a burial. Whatever his name was. Mama Pistols!
Sure am glad the station's under control again. Means we get paid.
Paid! That's right. Alright, Fox.
Bloodbath like that calls for a celebratory drink.
Alright. Well, I hear him. That was easy.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me.
MSI and the Iconoclast are no longer transmitting. The data radar?
Yes, indeed. I am back in business. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handled the problem? In the end?
I'd say fairly competently.
Is that so?
Well, Max doesn't lie. You're an information broker if you want to know what it'll cost you.
Oh, I believe it will. But the price I pay won't be to you. No, we've a bigger deal to settle. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
And I bet you have a whole new checklist of crap to do before it works, right?
Don't be ridiculous. We're resetting a broadcast tower, not filing taxes. There are no errands, spreadsheets, or rituals involved.
Alrighty
It's
then.
simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
Okay. So, except it needs 3 keys before it'll activate and I have to go find them, right?
Eternal, no. What is wrong with you? Who would ever design something like that? However, you're welcome to brew me a Rizzo Insta-Coffee from the staff kitchen on your way back. Just step outside, flip the switch, depart forever. Understood? Good. Marvelous. We're in agreement.
This is why I stopped helping out around here, you know. It's always throw this lever, shoot that marauder, save my life. Just one thing after another with you.
We're almost done. Let's finish this.
Don't burst a blood vessel. I'll give it some consideration.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
Ah, boy. Authorized broadcaster, don't even try to pretend you're unaware that all broadcasting is currently locked down. Please return to milling about the break room, lamenting that internship at corporate arbitration you never finished, or to override the lock on recording. Simply enter your admin username and password in the command line. Oh, you can't? Maybe you should have been nicer to Val. Oh. Well, put a rock in your pocket. It's windy here. But sure there's nobody like behind here? Ha! No. It really is just flip a switch. Hello? 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 Alright, they're still there. Okay. Just flip the switch.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower.
Don't make me come back in there.
There's no need to assert your dominance. I doubt I could make you do anything you don't wish to. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior, but I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain.
What in the... Captain, there's a fireball in the sky.
What the hell?
Black holes. Did you see that?
That big ball of fire? Nope. Totally missed it.
Look, there's not enough room in this tower for two sarcastic hullheads, so one of us has to knock it off. Right. I reckon we both know who that'll fall to. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me.
Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that?
Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting?
Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there?
Oh, it's a reunion. Group hug.
Not without a physical contact waiver. Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
You're acting like children.
Par for the course, really. You should do like I did. Get out while you still retain a shred of sanity.
We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony.
Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
Hiram.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
So, well... Hiram.
So much for peace and quiet. Would it kill the universe to cut me some slack? And I don't see an Insta-coffee in your hand.
Oh, that's true. About that ship.
Yes, the one that crashed. I saw it on the security feed. A bit grainy, but an invigorating watch all the same. What about it?
Who do you think I should give the module to?
I fear it's a sad day when you've resorted to asking me for advice.
Believe me, I know.
Sanjar's about as deadly as a spilled can of lead paint. If anyone's to aim a cannon at my face, I'd prefer it be him. But he'd never have the guts to defend Monarch if it came down to it. Graham's as likely to bomb Monarch as he is to protect it, down to the last dying man, woman, and sistapig. As I'm not the one with access to the artillery cannon, I reckon the decision's ultimately up to you.
You're so worried about it, I could just give it to you.
Me? I'd end up blasting myself from the face of the planet, trying to disengage the target lock on the bloody thing. Thank you, but no.
Where do you think that ship came from?
The board has a blockade of gunships that patrol Monarch. Not a ton, mind you, just enough to deter the masses. I am curious as to what downed it. A faulty part wouldn't be wholly unusual. The supply for new mechanicals is tight. Ugh, now I'll never sleep. Unsolved puzzles really torque my sprockets. If you find out what happened, sell me the info.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, wasn't it? Just sharing experience of seeing it crash like that.
Is this bonding? I'm not sure I like it. Next, you'll be asking me how I got the scar on my chin when I was 11.
How did you get the scar on your chin? You could barely see it.
Most of it's underneath along my jaw, but yes, it seems to have faded with time. Moral of the story is, never run with scissors.
Okay, I get it.
I'm getting a headache behind my left temple. What could be causing it? The glare from the terminal screen? Or something else?
It's friendship.
Give my regards to Phineas.
Oh, big hug, Hero. Love you. Such a good guy. All right, let's go. Now that's what I'm used to. Well, I mean, I don't know if we should go pissing them off. Yeah. Naoki, can you take care of that one, please? Thank you, Naoka.
May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
Oh, so good. All right, hold on.
Fight.
Max, you all right? There you go. I'm sorry, you guys, well, hello. Well, hello. Well, hello. Oh, the poor things.
Yes, I've got lively. Never anger a man of the claw.
No, you ain't gonna do anything.
That's the last of them.
Ooh. Always gotta like.
All right, I'm on my way. Sure.
I'm going.
Wait a minute. Shioka! Thank you.
Covering you!
Ah!
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Ooh. That's a very nice present.
That's the last.
Oh, you know, you guys are... Oh, Matthew. Ooh, automated ATP injectors. Wow. Actually, Max. Oh my God. I almost died. I almost died. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't mess with us.
That was pretty easy. A little too easy. Eyes peeled. Thank you very much. Oh, these guys were having a little wine party. You gotta be kidding me. All right. All right. Hmm. Damn it. Ah, well. Probably ain't got squat, diddly diddly squat in there. Y'all hear what I hear, huh? I hear squallering. Oh. Well, holy shit.
I smite you in the name of the law.
Nyoka! I saw that lion there. I was like, oh, that's nothing. Oh. Swear to God, I'm going to get myself killed on this damn planet. A light pistol, huh? Nope. Break down that. Oh. Break down that. Break down that one. I did not know. Okay. What in the hell? Remnants of these bones show the telltale signs of a mantisaur attack. Powerful jaws crush the skulls. Weathering some of the fragments suggests passes through some beast's digestive tract. Amidst the dirt, a small lockbox matches the description given by Ash. Alright, Ash.
Oh, Nyoka, how have you been?
Better, worse, I don't know, you know?
Yep. Nothing on this moon for nobody. Just a lot of heartbreak.
What's your story?
It's pretty simple, kid. I sit at the bar, I drink, I mind my own business. That's it.
You said you've been around the whole moon. Must know a few things no one else does.
The only thing I got to teach is get the fuck off T1. Or whatever they're calling it this week. Anybody with half a brain could tell you that. Look, You want to buy the drinks? I'll do my bit to keep you entertained. Just don't ask me to dance.
Nyoka, you know this guy?
Oh, sure. Rap job. Back before the corpse went crying back to Terra 2.
Running with a different partner these days. Thought the other ones was gonna last.
Yeah, well, they didn't.
I don't think Nyoka wants to talk about this.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Apologies. Anyway, I had a herd of woolly cows back in them days. Then a pride of raps moved in and I had a lot less. Yoka cleared them out. I was a decent shot. She was better. I'm lucky to hit the broadside of a mannequin these days.
Buy yourself a drink.
Can't repay no kindnesses now. Alright, so. I reckon one of the most interesting places I've been is the Hot Pole. You know what that is?
I can make a guess. The hottest place on Monarch is probably the closest to Olympus.
Exactly. This moon ain't big enough to rotate. It's locked. One side always facing Olympus, the other always facing away. Olympus might not be a star, but it throws off assloads of heat. Monarch's hot pole is the part that's closest to the gas giant. It's in the middle of this big mountain plateau. Volcanoes so high the peaks are in space.
So it's hot, it's high, and there's no air. Or not much. Nice views, though.
The funny thing is, then in the middle there's just smooth rock. Circular-like. All the dust blown away. Pale gray with hair-fine cracks all over. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was lightheaded from the O2. But I felt like I had to take off the breather for a moment. Put my ear to the ground.
It's hot enough to boil water and you put your ear against a rock.
I did get a burn on the lobe before I smartened up. Put a towel under me. It was at the edge of hearing. Deep down. Far off. Irregular. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of a bird pecking out of a shell.
What does it mean?
Hell if I know. When there's a groundquake now, I hold my breath. Because I don't know if it's Olympus squeezing us for gravity, or wings getting stretched.
Well, I found Lamont's body.
You know, a tiny part, a damn stupid part of me hoped he was still out there. What happened?
They bought themselves a ticket off-world, but they were attacked while waiting for it.
Damn. Well, you find our box of memories?
Yeah, thing is, I found a list of agents in that outpost. You aren't on it.
Well, ain't you clever? Fine. I was supposed to pick him up that night. Thing is, another offer came along. Bit more lucrative.
Well, let me guess, that's not a box of memories.
Surely ain't. But it'll buy me some better ones. Look, I like your gumption. I was gonna share the bits, but here's a couple extra. Now go on. Leave an old man to his past.
Alright, I'm going.
I won't decline it. So, you know about the ocean? It's where the monarchists keep their salt tuna.
Salt and Stellar Bay, didn't know it was a whole ocean.
Goes all the way around the moon. At the twilight band. On one side, the volcanoes of the hot pole. On the other, the storm wall of the cold pole. Nobody knows how deep it is. Never needed to. The salt tuna keep near the surface. What's more interesting to me is the tides.
Monarch's locked, so one side always faces Olympus. How are their tides?
Nobody's asked me that before. The way I hear it, it kind of wobbles back and forth. The ocean sloshes side to side as it does. On account of how big Olympus is, the tides are monsters. When it's low, the ocean pulls back miles. When it's high, entire islands go under. It ain't so bad in the bay. Likely why they built a city here. But one morning I've gone a ways east. Tides are out. and off in the mud I see something catching sun.
If you're going to tell me sunken alien ruins, I'm going to be real disappointed.
I figured it must have been some corporate boat gone aground. Maybe sunk by storm. Good salvage, right? Legit. Standing out there in the mud, miles from any place, is a circle of silver columns. 6 of them. About 2 stories tall. Seamless metal. While I'm standing there in the middle of them, my ears start pounding and I see shapeless things. Out of the corner of my eyes. Gray. Disappearing when I look straight at them.
Sounds like the effects of infrasound makes your eardrums and eyeballs vibrate.
What kind of gobbledygook you talking? Alls I know is I was scared half out of my brains. About then, while I'm cussing into the dark miles from shore, I realize there's another sound in the distance. A roaring off in the night. The tide's coming in.
Oh shit.
That's exactly what I said at the time. It gets up to my chest before I start outpacing it. But I didn't stop running until I was on something real damn tall. The weirdest thing? I went back the next low tide. Flew out with an AG loader. The columns were gone. And I've never seen them since.
You sure you went back to the same place?
Sure as I can be. The moral is, the tides here will kill you if you ain't careful. So stay the fuck away from the water.
Get another drink.
When you're out of stories, you'll have to enjoy this one. I told you before about the hot pole. The point of T of Monarch, closest to the gas giant.
And later you mentioned a coal pole and a star
The
wall.
cold pole is the side that always faces away from Olympus. That's where most of the water is. Big sheets of ice. The warmest it gets is 40 below. So you got one end bitter cold and the other boiling hot. That's why there's constant wind, and why we have the storm wall.
Keep mentioning the star wall. What is it?
Where the hot air from one end meets the frigid air from the other, you get storms. You go far enough towards the cold side, you'll see it. A wall of ice cliffs. Giant sheets cracking off into the sea. And overhead storm clouds, thick and rolling. Snow and ice on gale force winds.
And this is usually where you say, then I encountered a creepy
You don't
thing.
think the giant fungus outside is creepy? The bugs that lay eggs in folk? This whole damn moon's a horror, kid. I was a stubborn cuss. I trudged through the storm wall. Had to do it in one go. If you stop for half an hour, you get buried. It was night when I made it through. 90 below and falling. Perfect dark, stars by the million. Forgot to breathe.
And then an alien showed up. Am I right?
No, don't be weird, kid. It was cold enough that CO2 froze out of the air. CO2 is what makes our brains go, you need to breathe. So I was standing there, head going all swimmy because I wasn't feeling no urge to breathe.
Good thing you didn't pass out. You'd be dead.
Yeah, unconscious, asleep. Well, your body's got no urge to breathe on its own here. You're gonna die. People can live all sorts of places and survive all kinds of things. Too cold to want to breathe would be a mighty strange death.
Got any more stories? I'm buying.
Nah. Go out and live your life for a bit. Do something, I don't know, exciting.
Oh, there they are. Hello, Tucker.
Captain. Captain.
And Agnes.
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the captain how grateful we are, Tuck-Tuck.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I left. Then I'm going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll get that silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right?
Your son is a grown man. It's time you started treating him like one.
What a sour thing to say. My little boy will always need me. I'm his mama, you know.
Mama, what I need is for you to listen to what I want for once. But that's between us. Now you promised the captain a reward, so settle up. Then you and me are gonna have a long talk.
Here, kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my Tuk-Tuk home safe again.
Good luck to both of you.
My boy says he'll only stay a few days before returning to Amber Heights. Can't you speak to him for me?
Don't drag other people into this, Mama. I'm a grown man and an iconoclast. It's time for me to make my own path in life.
I just don't know why you want to leave, Tuk-Tuk. You know how dangerous it is out there with the Raptidons and the Mantisaurs.
Enough, Mama. I made my decision. I won't let fear run my life any longer. Thank you, Captain. I got it from here. Don't worry
See you
about
later,
me,
Tucker.
Captain. Mama and I'll work this out.
Good going, Tucker. Proud of you.
Is it time for your regular daily period of unconsciousness?
Yes, Ada, it is. Ah. All right. Have a nice drink first. The abandoned lab. Secret Lab 0027. Love it. How you like that, Ada? Then we got the deserters. Gotta love it. And let's go to sleep.